Again, this is going to be a video speaking directly to my accounting, bookkeeping, and tax professionals that are considering possibly getting a certification from FreshBooks, which is the FreshBooks Collaborative Accounting Certification, or a certification from QuickBooks, from Intuit QuickBooks, which is a completely separate certification on their software, and they have really broadened their resources when it comes to their accounting, bookkeeping, and tax professionals certification and learning resources. So I want to share both sides so you guys are aware of what that is. And by the way, for my peers, you can do both. If you do want to serve FreshBooks clients, you definitely want to consider the FreshBooks certification, which is the FreshBooks Collaborative Accounting Certification. And if you're going to serve QuickBooks clients, and you absolutely, without a doubt, should become QuickBooks Online certified. So let's cover both sides of the certification processes. And so for the FreshBooks Academy, you'll want to go to academy.freshbooks.com and you'll create a free account. So the beauty is that both of these accounts are completely free. You'll create a free account and you will start the free collaborative accounting certification. So the collaborative accounting certification, as it says here, says learn how collaborative accounting, which is an actual framework, which is important for you to understand. Collaborative accounting is a framework. It's a way of doing business with your accounting clients. It's a way of serving your accounting clients using a specific accounting workflow, which is a beautifully designed workflow that they designed over a couple of years and launched in the fall of 2023. And now they're really deciding on how they can further utilize this framework inside of their software. And so when you take the certification, basically what it is, it's a series of videos, of hands-on exercises, of kind of client case studies. And you are learning from one of my dear friends, Twyla, who was part of this entire design and launch back in 2023. So you will be watching her videos for now until they may change them because she is no longer at FreshBooks. But for now, you will watch her go through each one of the modules, really explain the concept of collaborative accounting, explain which part of the collaborative accounting framework you're in, and then you will essentially go through the process. And so you'll go through all of those modules and you will complete all of them, and then you will basically become a collaborative accounting, a certified kind of part of their program there. One thing I wanted to show you is that as you start going through the modules, again, these are very cool, very beautifully designed modules. So you have videos, you have obviously text to read. They're interactive, so you want to, make sure you're clicking through everything. But most important, the concept here is that, again, you're using this concept of the collaborative accounting framework. And I'm showing you the framework here, and I'll add some additional links to videos where they cover the collaborative accounting framework in detail. And you're using this very cool framework, which you can really use alongside FreshBooks. So what I mean by that is, so for example, if we're looking at this framework and it's saying, start with your estimates and proposals, build out your estimates and proposals, then consider how you're going to use projects in FreshBooks, and then possibly start learning how to use the time tracking in FreshBooks, obviously learn how to do invoicing and payments and expenses. And so this is really using this concept of these are all the accounting tasks. These are all the accounting tasks and financial tasks that need to be done in FreshBooks, which are the same tasks that are done over here. And so if you really think about the FreshBooks look, even though it looks really, really simple, which I love and very clean, the concept of doing your invoices, of doing your payments, of doing your expenses, of being able to make sure all your tasks are done by doing a quick look at the dashboard, that is really the idea of completing all of your pre-accounting tasks and making sure all your finances are in order weekly, bi-weekly, throughout the month, and monthly. And then at the end of the month, let's say for this example, you are going to hand over those tasks to your accountant. If your accountant is not doing your bookkeeping, but it's very possible that your accountant may be helping you with several of these tasks as well. And so the concept is that, let's say, for example, the business owner is handling these tasks. Then there's a handover moment when they're like, okay, my books are done, everything's been put in, my estimates, my proposals, my invoices. I made sure all the payments are in. And then the accountant comes in and finishes doing all the accounting tasks. Again, remember, the accounting tasks are in the accounting area. So those would be in the accounting area of FreshBooks. So right now, the collaborative accounting framework this framework is not inside of FreshBooks. It hasn't been incorporated into it, but it's a great idea if they incorporate it into it so you can really follow that framework, follow those workflows, and really align them with what are the tasks that you're doing in FreshBooks, because that's the overall concept. Now, you can see that this is designed as a diamond. The reason why it's designed as a diamond is because you can move that diamond wherever you want in regards to where that handoff is. Maybe the only thing a business owner does is do their estimates and proposals and maybe add the new projects into the system. And from then on, the accounting professional or the bookkeeper starts doing all the books. So they would move that diamond over to where it needs to be. So again, that's the overall concept. And the last part here is the concept is that this whole framework thinks from the idea that you want to have an advisory relationship, that you want to have a conversation about the books, that you want to create a relationship with the client. So a business owner and their bookkeeper or an accounting professional should have a relationship together. They should be having these conversations where the business owner looks at their bookkeeper for advice, right? Or their accountant for advice. That's what creates an advisory relationship. That's what creates advisory conversations. So the idea is that no matter how you start and no matter how you set up FreshBooks, it's always with this overall concept that it's an advisory conversation and it's advisory relationship, which I love and I'm such a believer in, because that's actually what I teach. So in all of my courses, whether I'm teaching to business owners in my tax ready books course, or I'm teaching to bookkeepers and accountants in my accounting life cycle courses and my bookkeeper boot camps, I always talk about this collaborative relationship. So, and I've been talking about that for many years, over a decade. So when I saw that FreshBooks had a new collaborative accounting certification, I just went crazy because I had already been using that language for so long. So you can imagine how excited I got. So that's the overall concept of the Academy. Again, you go through all of the trainings, you go through the full certification, you review all your modules, and when you complete it, you get your certification. So you get a nice badge and you are now a collaborative accounting certified member of their program. And this program is new, so it's still growing. They're still developing it. They're still deciding what's involved, what kind of resources you'll get as a collaborative accountant. Also, when you come over here to FreshBooks for Accounting Pros, you can come in here and see what other types of partnerships are creating. They have a revenue share. They have other ways for you to partner with FreshBooks. So you can come in here when you go to your FreshBooks Collaborative Accounting, your FreshBooks Academy to complete your collaborative accounting. You can click on events to see what kind of events are going on, or you could even click on FreshBooks for Accounting Pros, and that will take you to their accountants page. So I just wanted to show you that resource you have. Now let's switch to the QuickBooks side. So on the QuickBooks side, you definitely have a whole lot more in regards to resources, which makes more sense because the fact that QuickBooks created these resources over a decade ago. This may be more than now 15 years worth of developing their accountants program. So they've always had a ProAdvisor program, which is a program to certify yourself in their product. They had it as back in the day when it was the desktop product. Then they started revamping it when it was an online product. And now they just continuously improve it and enhance it. I know because I was part of the Intuit education team and the certification team. And even I helped on the design team for a little while. So I know how much work and love they put into it. And here in November 2024, they just relaunched their academy. And so there's some really powerful information here. I will do a completely separate video just as a deep dive on the Academy, but I just wanted to show you again that comparative of the FreshBooks versus the QuickBooks ProAdvisor Academy. So I would say one of the biggest differences, again, obviously, giving Intuit credit for being, 10, 15 years ahead of the game in regards to resources. And FreshBooks, again, they're newer, so they're just starting out. But for Intuit, everything is in one place, which of course we love, right? So when you go ahead and create what's called a QuickBooks Online Accountant account, a QuickBooks Online Accountant account, and I have a lot of resources for you for that. You create this QBO account, to be short, that's the acronym. And in that QBO account, you actually have access to what's called the ProAdvisor program. The ProAdvisor program is inside of your QuickBooks Online account. So when you click on the ProAdvisor program, that's when you can see the benefits of the program, and then you can see the training of the program. Basically, all a ProAdvisor means is that you are on the journey to become certified in the program, to become more an expert in the program, to educate yourself in the program. You're on that journey, but you haven't done anything yet. Just because you have a QuickBooks Online account, like you have a dashboard, means nothing because you haven't done anything yet, but it's giving you access to everything. Again, you have the ProAdvisor program. You click on benefits to see what kind of benefits they have. And again, this is years and years in the making. So they've created some great benefits, some great incentives for us to become ProAdvisors. And then you have your entire academy that you can click through to take a look at. So in the ProAdvisor training area is where you would click on Start Learning, and then you'd go ahead and look at their full academy, which is they have certifications on their programs. Their certifications right now, currently as of November 2024, is split into a certification 1, which is the primary certification for the software, certification 2, which is a more advanced certification for the software, and now they even have a bookkeeping certification. So this was actually a partnership that Intuit QuickBooks did separately with another learning platform. But they decided to bring that certification right here on this platform, which is awesome because, again, we all want to have all of our training in one place. So now you have the Intuit bookkeeping certification right in here. And then you have certification 1, which used to be called the core certification, but now it's called certification 1. And you have certification 2, which used to be called the advanced, but now it's called 2. In addition to that, you can click on Learn, and you can go ahead and see how kind of the process works. Again, I'll do a separate video for that. And then you have other areas here in regards to keeping yourself organized on where you're at with your learning. So again, the power in the QuickBooks Online Academy, it's called the ProAdvisor Academy to learn QuickBooks Online, is that everything is all in one place. And again, of course, their ProAdvisor program, including their benefits and their training, have been 10 plus years in the making. So it's just an incredible program, and it's completely free. So again, I will go ahead and link to a separate video where I go deep into this program, but I just wanted to show you both academies. Lastly, I wanted to let you know that for the ProAdvisor Academy, if you're watching this video before December 10th through 12th, 2024, you can actually go to what's called a virtual conference, which is a free online it's a free online webinar, but it's just a very long webinar because it's several hours during the day for 2 to 3 consecutive days. But Intuit is going to have one on December 10th, 11th, and 12th, so they can tell you about their new ProAdvisor Academy, and so you could already start learning some of the concepts that are inside of the certification program. So I will drop a link to that as well. Okay, everyone. So those are your 2 academies. You had your FreshBooks Academy, and you have now your QuickBooks, your ProAdvisor Academy. So it's to learn QuickBooks, but it's called the ProAdvisor Academy. So again, if you're an accounting, bookkeeper, or tax professional that wants to learn both softwares, those are your options right now. That's how you can learn, and that's how you can become, more confident and more of an expert in these softwares. Again, I'll do a separate video to go much deeper into the ProAdvisor Academy, but this video was mostly to share that there are 2 separate academies and really what do each one of those provide you with and how they are set up and how you can easily get into them. Okay, everyone, hope that was helpful. See you in the next video. Bye for now.